and welcome to the Bread Kitchen. If you're watching this video expecting me to make baguettes that are this big, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed because my oven is only this big, as is yours probably, but that won't stop us making delicious baguettes. So to start with, I've got 300 ml of lukewarm water and 2 teaspoons of dry yeast. Just mix those together and then leave it for 10 minutes for the yeast to activate. Here I've got 400 grams of strong white bread flour. I'll add in a teaspoon and a half of salt and just mix them together. Once the yeast's getting busy, pour the yeast water mix into a nice big bowl. Then add in about half of the flour. Whisk it together to make a smooth batter. Looks like I'm about to make pancakes, but I'm not. Now I'll cover this and pop it in a warm place for about 3 or 4 hours. This has been bubbling away for about 4 hours now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the rest of the flour and mix it in. That first fermentation really does change the taste of the bread. Now, my dough is very sticky, so I'm going to toss in a handful of flour and mix that in. And I'll just keep adding in flour until I get a soft, moist dough. After a couple of handfuls of flour, what I've got is a soft and slightly sticky dough. Now turn this lovely soft dough out onto a floured surface and knead it for about 10 minutes. It's amazing stuff, this. So after 10 minutes of pummeling, the dough should be nice and soft and springy. So now I'm going to pop it into this lightly oiled bowl, cover it, and then leave it in a warm place for about an hour or until the dough has doubled in size. Well, I reckon that's looking pretty good, don't you? I'll just flour my surface, turn the dough out, just knock it back a bit. I'm going to make 2 baguettes with this, so I'll cut the dough in half, make each half into a nice ball. Now I'll take one of the pieces of dough and stretch it out to about 6 inches by 3 inches, or 15 centimetres by 8 centimetres. Then fold up the bottom, fold over the top, press the edges together, and then stretch it out again, same sort of dimensions. You might need to leave the dough rest a little bit between each stretch to avoid tearing the dough, because you don't want to do that. So I've given that 2 foldings. I'll just leave that to rest, and I'll give this other one a couple of foldings. Ideally you want to be able to fold the dough 3 or 4 times. Alright, back to my first piece of dough. Let's put the seam underneath so it looks nice on the top. Put that to one side. So I've now got a couple of nice baguette shapes. Now I need them to rise again, but I need to do that in such a way that they don't flow outwards, so you've got 2 alternatives. The first option is to get yourself a tea towel, fold it in such a way as you create a couple of channels in it, and then you can put your bread in those channels to rise. Or you can pop them into a lightly oiled baguette tray. Now you either need to cover these, or what I tend to do is put them in a nice big bag. Make sure the plastic is well off the bread and then leave these to rise for about half an hour. Well, these are certainly looking quite nice after half an hour, so I'm going to put some deep slashes in them. Now I'm going to pop these in a very hot oven with some water in the bottom for about 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 minutes you'll have these glorious golden baguettes. Now leave them to cool. All that's missing now is a lovely chunk of brie. The baguette is an integral part of the French way of life, and you'll find it served with just about any meal that's going. I hope you enjoy making your baguettes, and do join me next time in the Bread Kitchen.